There he is. It's working.
What's going on?
Dude, the meeting request, it's all like the formatting and it's all fucked, so it doesn't actually let me click on the link.
Well, sorry.
I think it's, you know what I think it is? I think it's a Google, Apple, Microsoft type situation.
Yeah. That makes it your fault then.
Okay. I accept responsibility for the meeting request that you send me each week that doesn't work on your Zoom account. What's happening?
Oh, what's been? Oh, fuck, man. I literally have just walked in the door from Alice Springs.
Wow, and I'm late. Sorry about that.
That's okay. The flight was very late today. So there was some, I don't know if it was industrial action or something like that.
Oh.
Only running one runway in Brizzy. So we had to like do a bit of a loop around Brisbane before we could go and land. And,
Oh my God, that is like so fucked up.
and Flying Alliance again.
Oh my God.
Where it's just like I was sitting. Here's the fucking weird thing. I was sitting emergency exit row, right? And as we're sort of come down, fucking
Oh no.
coming down to sort of land and sort of flying over Bribey Island and all that sort of thing, and I've got the emergency exit there, and it starts hissing, and I went, that can't be the emergency exit hissing, can it? And I put my hand on the seal between the emergency exit and the bomb and the thing, and that's where the sound was coming from. So yeah.
Okay. Did you
Maybe that's normal. I don't know.
You didn't ask?
Just get me off the fucking plane.
Did you hold your hand on there the whole time to save the rest of the people from their impending death?
I had my seatbelt on. I was fine. Everyone else, I don't care.
Oh my God. It's your job. That's your responsibility. That's what you trade in.
No, my responsibility is after the plane has crashed to throw the fucking the emergency hatch out and be the first out. That's where my responsibility ends, my friend.
That's a good deal.
And the extra leg room as well, and I get it for free because of the platinum status. So,
oh, that's cool. Do you have time to get yourself a beer?
What do you mean?
Like right now?
Oh, do I have time to get a beer right now?
Did you have time to get yourself a beer? Do you have a beer?
I was thinking I'd have a water. I was thinking of not drinking because I've been drinking every day this week, but
yeah,
maybe I should get a beer. I don't
know. I actually haven't had a beer all week, so I'm like, pretty keen to have a beer, but maybe could also be swayed not to because I just exercised and I'm feeling kind of healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I've been drinking every day this week, so I think I might say no.
Hey,
to alcohol.
Hey,
what are you going? What are you done?
I'm having a beer.
What do you got?
Stoke Dealer.
Oh,
it's a black
hazy lager.
Apparently. You wouldn't know. It's just yellow and it's got a bear on it.
Well, I've got a hazy lager. Let me go get my hazy lager. I'm going to do fucking hazy lager.
This is a hazy lager. Wow, that was the weakest fucking arm twist of all time.
Yeah. There we go.
Look at that.
Young Henry's Natty Lager. I've no glass though. So
this is a hazy lager as well. Same.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We're like hazy lager friends.
Show me yours, like? I'll show you mine. Let's do a little
do I have to pour this in a glass?
There you go. That's wait up. I'll go sideways. Here you go. Do that again. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. What's happening in Alice Springs?
Just making some beer and tweaking some beer recipes and all that sort of thing. So
how are they going with the expansion and stuff up there?
Yeah, they just had another couple of 20 hectoliter tanks put in.
Nice.
And actually they're recruiting new head brewer at the moment.
Oh, they?
Yeah. So that's an ongoing thing. And so they're going all right. They're going pretty good. It's a good little setup. I like it. It's like when we're the only brewery in town, in a tourist town in peak season, you're going to be doing all right.
That's true. Is Kyle? What's Kyle's skill set? He doesn't brew,
He can,
right?
But him and his missus just run the business. His background is CUB, being a CUB rep and pubs and all that sort of stuff. So he's very good in that regard. You know, the place is just super well run and they constantly improving the place. That's what I really like about Alice Springs is every time you go there, they've made some incremental improvement to the venue, or to the beer or something like that, and it's just very refreshing. And you know, they're a bunch of people that just don't rest on their laurels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like working with them because they put in the hard work and that sort of thing. So yeah,
like hiring a brewer must be a challenge. Brewer moved. I mean, they'd have to move there, wouldn't they? They're the only brewery in town. I'm sure there's no head brewers just living around the corner.
No, not at all. That's a real challenge for them, you know. So yeah, so they've got to pay for it, but that's pretty standard with any job in Alice Springs. Is if you want to move to Alice Springs, you'll make some money.
Yeah,
because it's just that you just need the financial incentive to get there. So they're paying, you know, well and truly above the you know, the market rate and that sort of thing. But on the flip side as well, you know, what Kyle wants is he wants, you know, continuity and loyalty and all that sort of stuff. And so he remunerates his brewers based on that, based on, you know, retention.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's really important to him. So yeah, it's interesting.
How's your coffee machine going? I've got a brief coffee machine update for you.
Okay. Keep me with your coffee machine update.
Well, you know, last week you were going on about how you're enjoying it because you have to fuck with all these settings. And I was saying I've never had to touch anything. I don't know what you're talking about. The very next coffee I made the next day,
you fuck with the settings?
It stopped working.
Oh. Yeah. How did it stop working?
Well, it was making, like the grind was fine, but it was a little bit higher than it should be. Like sometimes you have to, I know how to dose like the amount of stuff that goes in there. So the level of how much compressed coffee goes into the fucking thing. But I've never messed with the thickness of the grind, and also I've never done any maintenance on them, which I don't think is a very good idea.
You're supposed to descale it. Yeah.
So I haven't done that, or I don't know, whatever else you're supposed to do. Filter that you mentioned, I think. Never done that.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was a bit high, but normally when it's a bit high, I just kind of shove it in there and it's fine. And this time I shoved it in there and pressed go, and it made lots of noise, and then it was just doing little drips and drips and drips out of the
thing. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So I assumed it had
maybe your filter basket was all clogged.
Okay. You're supposed to do maintenance on that thing? That's the thing that goes in the thing?
Yeah, the little basket that goes into the thing that you put the thing into. That's called the group head.
Okay.
And I can't remember this filter basket. I've got to Google this now. Parts of an espresso machine. Here we go. Portafilter. That's what it's called, a portafilter.
Just the metal thing, right?
Yeah, the metal thing with the handle, that's called a portafilter.
Oh, okay.
And then you thing it into the group head.
No, are you talking about the little baskety thing that goes into the...
No, that's the filter basket. Goes into the portafilter.
Okay. So there's something above that can get clogged.
Yeah, your group head can get clogged.
Oh.
Because if you get coffee grounds and shit, I'd have to take the portafilter off the group head, stick your head underneath, and have a squiz.
Okay. Well, I mean, it fixes itself. It fixes itself.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Well, the next time I didn't put as much coffee and it seemed to work all right. But yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you got a maintenance of your coffee machine, mate.
Yeah. No, I know. I've got to get onto that. And apparently, everyone in our group has the same machine as you.
It's the world's most popular espresso machine, I've since found out. So, yeah, it's they're a good little machine. I don't think my pressure gauge works particularly well. I think it's just doesn't go all the way up to where it should go.
See, mine doesn't either. Is that because we're not getting the pressure right?
Well, I've done a test of the pressure gauge and it still won't go all the way up. So there's obviously something going wrong there.
Interesting. See, my one, when it was shitting itself, the pressure was through the roof, and it never is. So I only assumed there was too much coffee in there. It was too compressed. The water couldn't get through.
Yeah, too fine a grind.
Yeah, but normally when I make it, it'll be super low, and it's got like a thing saying optimal. It never gets anywhere near that.
Yeah, right. How fast does the coffee come out?
Compared to what? I don't know.
Does it come out as a dribble, or does it come out like full flow? Or
she gets up in boogies. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that means your coffee's going to be sour, mate.
Okay.
Might want to fine up the old crush a bit.
Maybe I need to see a video on how it's supposed to come out. It's supposed to drip.
Yeah. Just flow. Google, just YouTube your type of coffee machine that you got, and what have you got?
It's a DeLonghi La Specialista. It's very similar to yours, I think. It's like an entry, not entry level, but it's kind of like the go-to DeLonghi version of $600-700 something.
Yeah. Give it a go, mate. Just fucking watch some YouTube videos.
Did you get the Aldi beans?
Not yet. No, I haven't been here, mate.
Right.
I've been away. It's crazy. So
the whole week since last week.
Well, I was here on the weekend, and then I flew. Well, yeah, but I flew out on Monday. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was like I homebrewed on Sunday with both Adam Shell and Matty Wolf, and then what else I do? Just chilling, and then out today, back today. Still started the thing with Taki Moore this week as well.
Oh, did
2 sessions. It's pretty full on, hey.
So
it's pretty full on.
Live sessions.
Yeah. Two Zoom sessions this week, and
with like a crew.
The whole bunch of people. So I'm not going to say how much I'm paying for this.
You said it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. No. Yeah. But the number of people who are starting at the same time as me, oh boy, there's some fucking money.
Taki's doing all right.
Well, Taki's doing plenty fine.
He messaged me the other day. What was it? He messaged me about something randomly. Figure out what that was.
Tell him if you see him. Tell him see Hendo in Hawaii.
No, I did. I mentioned. Oh yeah, so something with WordPress. But I mentioned that we were talking about him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Sending him free leads from the podcast.
Yeah, that's the way. He's good. I've not met him. I've spoken to him once or twice, but I'll probably meet him in Hawaii when I go in a couple of weeks. So
hell yeah.
So that should be pretty good. When is that? Hang on. It's the end of the month. Fuck. It's weeks and I'm off to Hawaii. So the 18th, I think. So
you love traveling.
That should be pretty good. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. It's what I like doing. I actually like getting on the road, and that's a really interesting point because, like, when I had brew cult and that sort of thing, I always envisaged that job of running brew cult to be a job where I'd travel around the world and make beer. But you're never going to do that because you never make any money when you own a brewing company. So doing what I do now, it affords me that ability to do that, and so having Hawaii coming up, like this is a really short trip. It's a fucking 4-day trip halfway around the bloody world.
Hawaii's like a 9-hour direct flight though, isn't it?
Yeah, 9 hours. Yeah,
that's not too bad. It's kind of in the middle.
Got to go via Sydney and that sort of thing. Right. And then going and then back for a couple of days. And then on the 7th of August, I'm off to Johannesburg. That's a big flight. That's 28-hour flight because you've got to go via Dubai or something like that.
Fuck that.
So get a direct flight from Brizzy to Dubai. That's a 12, 13-hour flight. And then it's the same again down to Joburg. So
get the exit rate for that?
I don't know yet, and it's going to be on an airline that I'm not a frequent flyer of. So I think I'm flying Emirates, but I don't know. I haven't flown Emirates before. Is there piss on Emirates? Please say there's alcohol.
Yeah, surely.
Have you ever flown Royal Brunei? It's dry airline.
I did, but I was 15, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, I've flown Royal Brunei before when I came home from London for a visit and that sort of thing. I didn't realise at the time that it was a dry airline.
You can't have that.
And well, they didn't say. And I bought the ticket because it was the cheapest and I was a backpacker and that sort of thing. And take off out of Heathrow and we're flying towards fucking Brunei and that sort of thing. Or Dubai, they're Brunei. It's the fucking milk run. It was shit.
Oh my God.
It was like London, Dubai, Brunei, Darwin, Brisbane. Oh, jeez. Anyway, get on the plane. Plane takes off, and they, say their prayers and all sorts of stuff like they do on that airline, and then they come down for drinks and that sort of thing. And I asked for a beer, and she looked at me with just pure disgust.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, what? She goes, we don't have alcohol in this airline. I'm like, you fucking what? And so this dude sitting next to me, he's just a random pommy dude, right? And he goes, did you want a drink, mate? And I said, yeah. And he pulls out.
He was organised.
Guess what he pulls out?
Flask.
A bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh, no. Perfect.
Bottle of Jack Daniels. And I was like, and I wasn't even in Jack Daniels. I went, I don't drink bourbon, but okay.
This is why you like Jack Daniels, I can guarantee.
I don't know. And so we ordered Cokes from the hostesses and that sort of thing.
They did Coke.
And we got fucking plastered on this first leg. It was a stupid thing to do. So 30 odd fucking hour flight doing the milk run and getting that pissed and that hungover early on. And we just kept ordering Cokes and just drinking and chatting and all that sort of stuff. It was fucking excellent.
They weren't on
and we stopped in at Sharjah Airport. It wasn't Dubai, it was Sharjah or some dry emirate. And did the thing, refueled the plane, back on the plane and that sort of thing. And there was, I think it's the same crew, same lady comes up. She goes, have you finished your drinking spree yet? And I was pretty hammered. And I said, lady, I haven't even started.
Did she mean on the plane? Because she was new. Yeah.
She's like giving me shit for my alcohol consumption.
She's onto it because that's probably what everyone does, especially these English people. They can't do a 10-hour flight without alcohol. No way.
Well, exactly. But, it's a bit shit. You could smoke on the plane as well.
Oh, my God. That's just...
Yes, back in the day. I remember you could fly on air freight. I used to smoke, right? And I remember on Air France, you could go into an area near the toilets where they had these big fucking vacuum things and just there'd be 4 or 5 people in there puffing away and you could have a cigarette. I feel sorry for the people who just had to sit just outside, eh?
But, dude. Yeah, that's so gross. Just even the thought of that is just so gross.
Yeah, but back when you could do that sort of thing on planes and all that sort of stuff, and this is all pre 9/11 as well, so there wasn't the war on moisture. There's very little security, all that sort of stuff. Flying was fun then.
Yeah, you think so? I don't think flying's ever been fun.
Yeah, it was more fun than it is now.
That's fair.
So yeah, it was pretty interesting. So yeah, there you go.
It used to be free unlimited booze. I haven't flown overseas in so long. Can you still just drink as much as you want? That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Oh, they try to limit you now because it's not good for your health. Because if it dehydrates you and you get deep vein thrombosis or something like that, then they're kind of liable.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there you fucking go. That's the thing. You did ask about my coffee machine. It's going good. I'm pretty happy with it. Do you know what I'm also happy with? My scalp.
Yeah.
You notice that I've actually got quite a bit of hair at the moment, right? Because I haven't shaved in a week.
Oh, they told you not to.
Well, I didn't want to upset the
follicles.
The old. Well, I don't have any follicles, mate. I'm fucking bald.
Well, whatever the fucking things are, the skin.
Yeah. And so it went. And I just want to shout out to Doc. From Doctor's Orders, who teed me up and basically I go over a couple of text messages, tell me what to expect because he's had that red light treatment. And
how did he know you got it? Is he one of the 12?
He's one of the 12, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And so he sort of said, yeah, you want to stay out of the sun. You're gonna be like that for a week. And I said, oh, thanks, mate. It's good to hear from you.
So you go to Alice Springs.
And so I've got daily photos of my scalp. And the first day was pretty bad. And then it got really red. And then on Sunday when I was brewing with the Adam Shells and Matty Wolf, it was pretty red. And then
bring it up.
And then it got all lumpy and shit like that, were all of the things.
Show us a pic.
What?
Show us a pic
of my scalp.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, hang on a second.
How did you take the photo first? It's like a selfie?
Yeah, I bought a new phone.
Wow. Fucking hell, you're dropping it like it's hot, Hendo. It's good times over there.
Happy. It's just end of financial year, mate. Just
true.
End of financial year. So here we go. Let me share my screen. That was like, can you see that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I look really sunburned.
How many days after was that?
That was on Monday. That was Monday.
Shit. That was the day you went to Alice Springs.
Yeah.
So what do you do? You wear a hat, or what do you do?
Oh, it was a bit like that. This was Saturday. That's Saturday.
That
wasn't too bad, but then it got really red. That first photo I showed you on Monday was probably the worst day.
Yeah.
And then it got much better. So yeah, that was. Yeah, look at this one. It's just fucking scalp porn.
Is it hurting at this point?
Yeah.
Itchy.
Yeah. That was yesterday.
That's Wednesday.
That's yesterday. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You can see it's peeling. It was peeled really bad yesterday. And yeah, so the good thing is though, is that it feels fine now. It's all peeled now. I really wanted to exfoliate. I've got this fucking scrub.
Oh, God.
And I wanted to peel or to exfoliate my scalp, but I didn't bring it with me to fucking Alice, which was a bit dumb. And so it just peeled yesterday, but today it's fine. And you know what? Today, now that the peeling is done, fuck, it feels smooth, man.
Nice. It looks smooth.
So good. Like it's like before I got the treatment, I could feel bumps on my head, which were probably precancerous cells or something like that.
Ooh.
And now it's just silky fucking smooth. So fucking ladies, if you're into that sort of thing, I'm all yours.
Well, you're rubbing your dome as you were saying that. I'm the wrong audience.
It's so good.
Most of our listeners are listening via audio and not on YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, and then so it feels good, and I'm glad I did it now because clearly it was a bit of a preventative thing, and clearly there was some things that needed to die, and that was good to deal with that. So it was a bit of short-term pain for some long-term gain.
Yeah,
because the last thing I wanted to do is to be like my dad, who's the same haircut as me, and who spent most of his 60s and 70s getting things cut out of his scalp every 6 months. And he worked outdoors a lot, when he was a soldier, and then when he worked in finance, he was out on building sites and then running caravan park, and also so he spent a lot of time outdoors. And
before people get the fuck about that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, he's good.
Do you wear a hat?
I feel great now.
You don't wear hats, do you?
I do now if I'm doing something that's specifically in the sun, but I use a moisturizer that's got SPF as well. So
okay.
And I use that every day. So you just have to do it. When you've got a haircut like mine, you have to use SPF. You don't. Or wear a hat. Bucket hats are the best hats. My father is just religious terry toweling bucket hat. That was his thing. Maybe that's probably some merch we could do. Boston the Brewer terry toweling bucket hats. All
right, Paul, if you're listening, let's go.
Look, can we do that?
This is still going strong. The muscle shirt. See?
Yeah.
Still going. Still good. It's as good as ever.
So, yeah.
Dude, there's zero actually like zero news this week, which
that can't be right.
I named the episode "No News is Good News" because there's no VAs or founders moving on or companies shutting
Crafty
down.
Corals, Beer Basics Yeast, Fortitude Valley, Hooper's Island beers.
I put 2 links in here. They're not really. They're just like press releases. They're not really. Well, actually, one of them was from the Beer and Brewer. I put links in here to talk about, but there's really
what do we got? Peer nominations for the Indies. Oh, this is good. So this is a really important award. So in the Indies, some of the awards that they give out, there's 3 of them, I think, which are peer awards. And so there's here we go. It's service to the industry, which is presented to an individual who has made an outstanding contribution to Australian independent beer. There's Young Gun of the Year, presented to an IBA employee of an IBA member who's under 35, a high achiever, a strong promoter of indie beer, and who has a collaborative nature. And then you have True Indie Supporter, which is a retailer, publican, or bar operator that strongly supports indie beer via advocacy, marketing, and promotion. So Grain Store have won that in the past.
Yep.
And that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Right. So shout out to the 12 if you want to nominate.
So if you have a nomination, go nominate somebody.
Yep. And then Abra Awards wins an award. 22 Abra was corporate event of the year. Cool.
Okay. So the awards wins an award.
Yeah.
Okay.
22 Abras won the corporate 2022. So that's last year's Abras.
Yeah.
Okay. Won the corporate event of the year title at the National Meetings and Events Australia Awards. I mean, why shouldn't they have awards? Everyone else has got awards. Awards should have awards.
Well, that's fair.
As well.
Awards should have awards. It's awardception.
And as far as awards go, it's kind of, I mean, it's the best in our industry, isn't it? The Abras?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. It's a very well-run competition and a very well-run awards, so bloody good on them.
I like that they read out. I think the last awards I watched, like, it was just so confusing to work out what was going on. Like, they weren't reading out. Like, you didn't know if you got gold medals as a participant until you get the results at the end, like the booklet.
Yes.
But the Abras, unless they've changed it, they put the golds up on the screen, which I got gold medal is a big deal to most breweries.
Yeah, exactly. No, they did that this year. So all of the gold medals got put up on the screen during the breaks and stuff like that. And then the
Abras you're talking about?
Yeah. They changed it this year. So, and then the high scoring gold medals were the ones that were read out for each of the trophies.
So they don't read out all golds anymore when they're announcing them either.
No, because in some of them there's just too many. Like if you look at pale ale class, that sort of thing, there's like 500 of them, and you're going to get something like 60 gold medals.
Yeah, well,
that's a lot of. You can't expect someone to read it out, but at least they put it on the screen.
They put them on the screen.
No, they put it on the screen whilst there's no ceremony happening, whilst people are just yakking away and talking, so you could actually see who got gold medals.
Yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit. I used to like because when they came up before they were announcing them, I suppose there was less entrance back then, but
yeah. What's that hazy lager of yours like?
It's good, so good that it's gone. And
that didn't even touch the sides.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious. It's really good. 4%. We've got into exercising this week, and just gone about it in a super aggressive way. So we just did like an exercise session in the garage with me and Aaron and Geordie and Will. And
what sort of exercises did you do?
Suck that down real fast.
What sort of exercises were you doing? Were you wearing your muscle shirt?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I got a shower. That's why I was going to be late because I had to have a shower after doing it. We're doing well. I normally just run, so I've gone for a run every day this week. And but the Savo we did like circuit of different exercises with weights and with like skipping ropes and runs and
that's
stuff
good
like
that
that.
You like exercise with your kids and that sort of thing, mate.
Yeah, Will almost died.
That's some mighty fine parenting.
Dead, but he definitely almost died. But there was an ambulance out the front for the lady next
door. Just in
case. So that was good to have that as a backup.
Did you say just in case, mate?
Yeah. So
good. That's still good parenting, mate.
Well, I think so. Yeah, it's good organising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to do it consistently. So I kind of like do it and then do it like every day for a week.
Yeah,
Do it for
yeah. I
months.
realize I've got to get stuck back into the bloody exercise. That's the thing. That's the downside with travel is that when I travel, I tend not to exercise because you
What
always
sort of
see the
exercise do you like to do if you do it?
like my bicycle.
Oh, okay.
Love my bicycle.
Hmm.
I'm not into the fucking lycra and riding hundreds and hundreds of kilometers and
You
all
kind of
that
have
sort of
to be,
stuff.
don't you? If you're into a bike, you need to kind of get the Lycra on and do
Cover
it
some
properly.
Ks and all that sort of stuff, but I've got like a shit commuter bike, which is still good,
Hmm.
and I just ride around the Brisbane's got some great bike tracks.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah.
And so from where I live here, I can go over UQ over the Eleanor Chanel Bridge and be over at South Bank in literally maybe 10 minutes or so,
Hmm.
and then I can ride under the Kangaroo Point cliffs over the Story Bridge and back around the other side of the river and all the way back around to mine and all that sort of stuff through Toowong and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
You have to ride
and
there because it's too long to walk.
yeah.
Sorry, you keep going. Keep going.
But then you can go the other way out to Indooroopilly and even all the way out to the Western Freeway and all that sort of thing. And I'm back on the south side of the river,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I enjoy. That's just me, man. Isn't it weird? I'm just a guy who likes to be on two wheels.
Yeah, that's a bit tough when you're traveling. It's kind of hard to do that. I was gonna say if
Yeah,
you're into
I'm not
running, it's pretty easy.
really.
You just bring shoes and just
Well,
run anywhere.
exactly. I'm not really a runner because I get like sore shins and stuff like that. So I'm not really a runner. I don't like doing weights in the gym. It's not me at all.
Yeah.
Maybe I should find some other form of exercise to do that's a little bit social and that sort of thing. If anyone's got any suggestions,
I feel like
I'm all
classes
ears.
maybe like gyms
Yeah.
aren't, but like classes maybe would be better. But
Yeah, maybe spin classes or something. But
get a
I'm open
Peloton. minded. You're minted now, dude. The way
With
you're
a
dropping cash, drop cash on a Peloton. Drop it like it's hot, dude. That's
no,
more
no,
important than your health.
no, I did well. No, I bought TV as well. Sweet.
Okay. Peloton is on two wheels. Like it's basically
Yeah, but I've got nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
I bought a TV that's way too big
Well, what are
for
you working with? How many inches?
75.
Yes, I just did the same thing. Did you buy my one that was $900 from Roku?
No, I spent $1,900 on or something like that.
What flavor?
A Hisense.
Oh yeah, is it just an Android one, right?
Yeah, Android TV with the LEDs and all that sort of stuff, and it's huge for the room. You've been into my lounge room and that sort of thing, but I've got it sitting on this tiny little entertainment unit, and I think I'm going to wall mount it.
Yeah, you got a wall mount. It's easy. That's one of the things I was able to do.
Did you do it yourself?
Yeah, I did it myself. It wasn't that difficult.
I think I can wall mount it. I've got hammer drill.
What's your apartment made of? What are the walls made out of?
Brick.
Oh, you're sweet then. Just get a fucking hammer drill. Get a hammer drill, and you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this house is made out of wood, even though it's brand new, and my stud finder doesn't work. And so it's fucking impossible to find the holes in the like that was the most stressful thing. It's finding the studs.
Did you punch a few holes in the
I'm not going to say how many holes in case the new buyer who bought my house is listening to this podcast.
Yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might do that this weekend. But it was really good because I had both the Atom shells help get it out of the box. It's fucking huge. Just arrived on Sunday. This massive box, and I'm like,
you got to get that thing on the wall for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. I think as a safety thing as well. It's just sitting there on its stand, and I'm like, and as soon as I went on this thing, I was like, I'm gonna wall mount that. So,
you couldn't get power to the wall though, could you? You'd see the cables if you got a brick wall.
I'll get some of that ducting and paint it lexicon half.
Yeah, okay. You might be able to get. Yeah, you might be able to get a Sparky to do it for you.
Oh, Sparky would cut a channel into the wall and that sort of thing, and
I don't want that.
I'm just not. Then I'd have to plaster it, and then I'd have to. There's no power there. It's not happening. So I'm just going to put in some adhesive ducting and all that sort of stuff. So
fair enough. Yeah,
that'll work.
Nice. All right, Abra Awards. Let's do it. Let's do a quick Hendo reacts, and then
Hendo reacts.
We got hopefully we got some questions. You got to share your screen.
Okay. Hendo react. Can you see that?
I can see it. And then wait. See, I don't know how this ends up filming, but I can see you and me and the notes. So that should be good and not get copyright struck, right?
TikTok? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did you share sound? Share the sound.
Oh, no, I didn't share sound. Hang on. It's me on TikTok.
It is you. Yes. I saw you on TikTok. I go on there regularly. I have a cooking channel.
All right, here we go. This is Adzi's kid Cade sitting on the VFR because I said, do you want to start the motorbike, mate? He goes, yeah, because we're homebrewing. And there's other Adam Shell there with his back to us.
Just for the people who are listening to this on audio and not on YouTube.
But this is in my
small child.
This is a small child that's I think 6 or 7 years old.
I mean, he looks like he's 3.
Sitting on my VFR 800 because I am the cool uncle, and I said, would you like to start my motorcycle? And
right, so before you press play, I would just assume watching this, you just let him sit there. Like obviously the keys are nowhere to be found, so he can just kind of sit there like
no. Put the keys in the ignition.
Well, okay, all right.
Because he eventually starts it. So basically, what happened is he's sitting on the VFR. I'm teaching him how to straighten up the steering, straighten up the handlebars there. He's leaning right across the top of the tank.
It's in neutral, I assume, at this point. Okay,
he's got
turning it on.
He's got the ignition on.
Green light means it's in neutral. Bring on to both the handlebars. Put your thumb on here, that starts it.
So he started, and I'm teaching him how to twist the rev.
You're saying give it a little bit, but your hand's on his hand at this point. And then he fucking
he just does the full send.
Joe, pause it on your face when he sends it.
I gotta go. Look at the look on my face, mate. He's just I think that's Adam Shell's like cover photo now. I'm gonna just have a look at bloody Cade. Have a look at that kid.
Oh my god. Move your cursor out of the way. I want to screenshot this.
That kid is super happy.
The kid is lucky to be alive.
The motorbike's lucky to be alive. It's a stone cold engine, and he's rev bombed it in my fucking garage. And do you know what else was happening at the time? Is my neighbor is like a very, very good violin virtuoso.
Oh no!
Right? So there's a whole bunch of lads in home brewing and revving motorcycles. There's the neighbor playing this beautiful violin. And it was just silly.
Oh my god!
Look at him. He's got that cheeky grin on his face. Oh,
that's probably the best day of his life.
I think so. I'm a good uncle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm a good uncle or drunkle. Are we doing the other act?
One more.
Okay, hang on a second.
Oh, you're chef. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, link number 2. Something on Axios.com. Mexican beer makers are using bugs to supplement barley.
So for the context for this one, you wanted us to eat bugs a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. And they're putting crickets. So La Grilla Beer is testing out in small batches. Terataro makes gluten-free and bread products using insects. They wanted to prove insects could become part of our diet, even in drinks, while maintaining the taste. Pulverized crickets, then lightly toasted to have a very similar taste to barley and rye, and began substituting in the production of malt porter beer. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a no from me. Hey,
no. Well, you wanted us to eat crickets a few weeks ago.
I would eat. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about this in the context of making a beer, because when you make beer and you mash barley, it's because there's starch and it gets converted into sugars.
Right.
So this would definitely be an alcohol-free beer.
No. I think it's no. We just said it's to supplement. Scroll down. Pulverized crickets, when lightly toasted, have a very similar taste to barley and rye. So substituting them in a production of a malt porter beer. So I'm guessing they put some malt, but they put some of this for the flavor and aroma. Oh, yeah, flavor more.
Yeah, I'd try it.
You try it?
Yeah, I'd try it.
So the headline for our episode is Hendo wants us to drink cricket beer. Does that work for you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Should we do that as our boss and the brewer second?
The next beer, we're going to have to talk to Phil and Dan about that.
Did you? Why is it not happening? Is it happening or no?
Well, it's happening, but if we're going to do cricket beer, we're going to need to have that conversation with them.
You know what we should do?
Make a cricket beer and drink it at the cricket.
No, we should, because we're going to do an Atom beer.
Yes.
And we're going to do a cricket beer, and we should call it AB.
Yes, as in
Alan
Alan
Border.
Border.
He's a famous cricketer. Yeah. Fucking done.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. The ideas are flowing.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's see if we've got any 12 questions. It's light on the news, but we've hopefully got some.
Maybe questions. Heavy on the 12 questions be good.
Hopefully. All right. Oh, fuck me. All right, here we go. Steve York. You can't look at these, okay?
No, I'm not looking.
Don't cheat.
Not cheating.
All right. And I'm reading them live, so just if they're inappropriate, fucking don't come at us for it. All right. Steve York. Finally got a job as a brewer for a dream brewery. I'm 2 weeks in and the brew house is immensely daunting, 20 heck, especially when it's a double brew day or triple. Is there any advice that will help me tackle the functionality of it, or is it practice makes perfect?
Well, congratulations on the new role. That's super awesome. Didn't say where.
Did not say where, but that's okay.
So when I think about, like, I've been fortunate to brew in lots of different breweries of lots of different sizes, and the thing is, right, is that when it's very easy to get wrapped up in being daunted by the size of it. But what you need to think about is that the process is the same, right? It's just the size that's different, and so every brewery brew house that I've brewed on, that sort of thing, all have their little nuances and that sort of thing. But largely the process is the same. And so if you keep that in mind, that doing what you're doing on your 20 hectoliter brew house is exactly what you do when you're home brewing on your 20 liter kit. Or whatever, it's the same. And once you sort of wrap your head around that, things become a lot simpler, to think through. The only sort of consideration that I would, suggest that if that is a 20 hectoliter brew house, I would definitely be following the SOPs. In that are there purely for your own safety,
Yeah, I guess more the consequences of things going bad are higher. But I was going to say that when Black Ops started, like when we did our first homebrew back in 2014, Govs was working at Fortitude and he'd previously worked at Burley Brewing. And me and Eddie were just into beer. He had never brewed homebrew before. The only reason Black Ops happened was because Govs had just started building his homebrew kit at home.
Yes.
And we happened to be at Mount Tambourine, and Eddie was like, "Oh, I've got this idea for this eggnog stout. You should give it a go." And Govs was like, "Yeah, fuck it, that'd be a fun idea for a new beer." But Govs was nervous at the time about brewing a 50-liter batch of beer because he'd only brewed 50 and 25 batches of beer.
Hectoliters, yes, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, it's probably, consequences are higher, but it's probably just what you're used to, isn't it? It was normal for him to be brewing 50 heck and homebrew was new.
Yes, exactly. So, you just got to think of it as the process just being the same, and try not to let the nerves get in the way and that sort of thing. Because, man, you go to a place, like Stone and Wood at Moolumbar, there's 2 50 hectoliter brew houses that share one heat exchanger. And so you might be brewing on one of the brew houses and you've got to coordinate with the brewer on the other brew house because you can't knock out at the same time. Right? And there's more to it, but the challenge is there and it's fun.
Yeah. Right, Phil Sharp with another. I feel like this is not Phil Sharp's first shameless plug, but I'm here for it because
what's he plugging?
Local business.
But she's plugging Saturday night.
Shameless plug. Who is coming to Crafted Wagyu Night at the Hiker Brewing Co. this Saturday night, Stephen Keating will be coming to showcase his Wagyu and talk about his operation at Chinchilla, where he's building a brewery. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, and
Yes.
Steve Hendo Henderson has already bought a ticket. Oh, the man himself is going to be there.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. So, just supporting broth rookies, eh? So basically, there's Stephen Keating is a student, TAFE student. Obviously, Phil's a TAFE student, that sort of thing, and just supporting up and coming brewers and that sort of thing.
So they're going to make you some crickets at the Wagyu event? Or?
No, Wagyu. It's fucking Wagyu. There's no Wagyu crickets, right?
Put in a request for
so basically, he's bringing down his smoker. They're doing a whole like rib fillets and that sort of thing, and then they cut them up and then sear them, and you eat steak, Wagyu steak. I'm really looking forward to it. Have you ever have a decent Wagyu steak before?
I've got one in the fridge.
Yeah. Have you had I remember the first time I had Wagyu, I was on my honeymoon, and it was on Hayman Island, and it was a really expensive dinner. And they set up a long table. It was like this group progressive dinner thing in the kitchen, and they did Wagyu. And I remember like getting this knife and just cutting it, and it was just like butter. I just didn't have to put any force on it and it's just like holy moly. And so I'm keen. So if you go to hikerbrewing.com.au, tickets are like $49 or something. It's under $50.
Get around it. It's basically free.
And you get a Wagyu steak and then food. You get fed like proper Wagyu steak for under $50.
Fuck yeah.
I think you get a beer or something on arrival. If you don't, I will get a beer on arrival. I'll probably have to pay for it.
Oh wow.
There will be. I can guarantee you there will be beer there.
Okay. Wow.
Because it's a fucking brewery.
Yeah, there'll be beer.
So I don't know if you get a free beer.
Hendo doesn't have to pay for it, but you might have to pay for it.
I bet $10 says I'm paying for my beer now.
Fuck me, you deserve to pay for your beer after that comment.
Yeah, because everyone else gets it for free instead.
Yeah, shout out to Hiker. They gave me a free beer Gab, so that was nice.
Yes.
Maybe a couple.
Good bunch of people. So a good bunch of people come and say hi. And should be pretty good.
Nice. All right, Matthew Cuthbert. Is Hendo likely to get carjacked in South Africa? Or bike jack?
So we were chatting today. He said I was at the airport this afternoon waiting for the plane, and he was saying, "Oh, what are you doing? Organised to catch up for a beer and that sort of thing." And he said, when are you going to South Africa? Oh, I was going like early August, that sort of thing, back in time for BrewCon. And he said, and I said, I'm going on safari. And he says, don't get eaten by a lion. I said, I'm not worried about getting eaten by a lion. I'm worried about getting shot.
100%. Yeah, it's pretty dodgy.
And fuck yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, Joburg. So it's sketchy. There's no electricity. Might get shot.
No,
the lady who's organising the conference, she emailed this week and said, "Oh, sorry, I haven't booked your flights. My home got violently robbed over the weekend. I lost all my laptops and everything like that."
Oh,
like, as long as you're all right.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Jesus Christ.
Might have to have a bodyguard.
Well, if you get really scared on the land, you can just swim into the ocean. You'll be fine.
You do know where Johannesburg is, don't you?
No idea, but I know there's a lot of fucking sharks and great whites and shit.
Yeah, it's a long way from the ocean, mate.
Is it? I'm bringing it up right now.
Yeah. Your geography is
definitely can't spell Johannesburg. Okay, that's a hard word to spell. Let's see what
it's a long way, mate.
It's quite a big place, Africa, isn't it?
Yes. So Johannesburg is, what is it? About 300-400 Ks, 500 Ks from the ocean.
Jesus Christ.
It's in the middle, mate. It's in the middle.
Where's J-Bay? What are we talking?
Jeffreys
Bay.
Bay.
Walk. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Jeffreys Bay is down the bottom near Cape Town or some shit.
That's a long way.
It's a big country. It's a big country.
Jesus, that's a long way.
Where's Jeffreys Bay?
Oh, wow. Fucking hell. So you're not doing anything fun then?
Going on safari.
Oh, where do you go on safari? In the green bit?
In the let me just find it.
Kruger National Park?
Don't know. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Kruger
You were
National
just
Park.
giving me shit for not getting on your fucking what was it?
I'm not really fucking sure, mate.
Cape Town's hip urban vibe, and oh yeah, you're a hip urban vibe. You like that?
Yeah.
All about that.
It could be the Pilanesberg National Park. It could be. I don't know. Where's the fucking? What is the one you said?
I don't know, some national park, Kruger National Park or something. I'm gonna put this in a ChatGPT because Google sucks and I can't work out.
Kruger National Park, South Africa. Here we go. Oh, possibly. That's a long way
Kruger
from
National Park, like northeast part. I'm gonna put that into maps.
Yeah,
that's miles away as well.
That's miles away. Yeah,
Sabi Sands Game Reserve.
Who knows? But anyway, I'm going on safari.
Dude, I'm putting this in right now. This is fucking.
What if I have to get a safari suit?
Oh, definitely. Well, that's fucking miles away as well. That's like 500 kilometers away. Jesus.
That's a big country, mate.
Oh,
what country is that next door there? Oh, it's Mozambique. It's nearly in Mozambique. I have to have malaria shots.
How likely are you to get carjacked if you have to drive for 15 hours to do shit?
Well, you're raising the odds, I think.
100% you're raising the odds. Wait, I'm putting what's... Okay, wait. Other than Johannesburg, what is the most dangerous city in South Africa?
There we go.
Crime might vary over time. That's fair. Cape Town is often cited as... Okay, are you going there? Cape Town, that's number 2.
Cape Town, no, I'm not going to Cape Town.
Where's Cape Town?
Right down the bottom on the left-hand side.
That's... Oh, my God, that's like the longest drive. That's 1,500 kilometers.
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it?
God. But that's on the coast at least. You'd see some sharks.
Yeah, that's where the sharks are, mate.
No, are they in J Bay? Or are they in Cape Town as well? They're just everywhere.
Yeah, all over, yeah.
All over the bottom there, the cold bits.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Unbelievable, eh?
Oh, that's cool though. That'll be fun. I mean, if you
who I'm going with to South Africa?
Smiley, aren't you?
Mazen.
Oh, Mazen. Oh, okay, that's even worse.
Yeah. He said he's going to Madagascar or something.
Yeah, that's like that little island there.
Not like the cartoon.
Like the cartoon. Yeah, you should do that.
Or is it Mauritius he's going to? One of the two.
All right, Adam Shell, how's your noggin? We covered that. Your noggin's fine.
My noggin's fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh, here's a good idea. A question, Colin, where can we buy Hendo scalp jerky? Surely Hike is the answer.
I'm sorry, what?
Where can we buy Hendo scalp jerky?
Oh, geez, that's pretty gross.
With Stephen Keating?
Yeah, Saturday night. Yeah, chuck it in the smoker.
We'll get more people there. Let's support local.
Who asked that?
That was Luke Cooper.
Of course.
I like that though. He's a regular on answering questions.
Yeah.
All right. Ben Johnson question. Is Dan losing his shit sense becoming unemployed? Yes. Next question. Last week he claimed sunscreen was harmful. Next week he'll be telling us the government is spraying vaccines on fruit. Weirdly, the next podcast on my queue after last week's episode was this Shirtloads of Science, Sunscreen Science with Jeff Mutton. All right. Is that what was the fucking summary? I'll ask what the summary was of that one. Yeah, no, I'm going full. I mean, I think the earth is pretty much flat at this point.
Oh dear. Get a fucking job and get off the internet, mate.
Ev Lloyd, is Hendo into sounding?
No.
Sounding curious by the sound of it.
Do you know what it is?
I'm sure as fuck don't. It sounds like something you do in Byron Bay.
Is this a kid-friendly show?
Oh no. Is this another one of those ones I shouldn't have said?
Yeah. We're here now.
Not a kid. I always check the box saying it's not kid-friendly.
Explicit? Yeah, good. Yeah. Sounding.
Go on.
That's like people who get men who get their jollies from having things put down their old Jap's eye.
They're what?
You know, the old thingo.
Are you cutting out, or are you just like not saying?
No.
words?
I'm just trying to self-censor.
Okay. Can you self-censor in a way that I'll fucking understand what you're talking about?
Putting things down the end of your willy.
Sounding.
Yeah.
What do you put down there?
Things.
What sort of fucking things?
Whatever gets you off.
Well, what sound does it make?
It's nothing to do with sound. The only sound I'd be making is ow.
Well, I know
the sound I'd be making would be ow. Get that out of my dick.
Well, a couple of points. One, they need better branding because that makes no fucking sense. Two, you didn't answer the question.
It definitely doesn't. It says on the tin, that's for sure. Oh no, it's so
you still
bad.
haven't answered the question, Hendo.
What?
Is Hendo into sounding?
No, I'm not. God, no.
How do you know?
I'm trying to. I'm looking at oh, here we go. ChatGPT's come through with the goods.
Okay, go on.
It says sounding is measuring the distance of something, hydrographic sounding. Then sounding is also associated with medical procedures. In the medical field, sounding refers to the act of inserting a thin, flexible tube or probe into a body cavity to assess its size, shape, or condition.
Oh, it's a medical
urethral sounding. No. And it's also worth noting that some alternative communities engage in a sexual practice called sounding. This involves inserting specialized instruments, typically known as sounds or urethral sounds, into the urethra for sexual stimulation.
What's a sound? How can you put a sound in there?
That's what the things are called.
What thing? Show me
this practice. I'm not. There's no pictures. It's ChatGPT
of the sound. Just put in bard. Ask for a picture of a sound.
No.
Okay.
No.
Share your screen.
This is bad enough. This practice carries risks and should only perform with proper knowledge, consent, and sterile equipment to avoid potential complications.
Or maybe don't fucking perform it.
Or maybe don't. And that answers the question. I do not.
But the question was, are you into it?
No.
The answer is not yet, I think. Is probably more accurate.
No. The answer is no.
Oh my God. Ev Lloyd, is this a friend of yours? What's happening? Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Friends with Evan Croney. How many Evs can there be? So many Evs.
It's Ev, and Kev.
Okay. All right. I think that's a wrap, mate. That's enough for me.
No more sounding?
Oh, no. It's enough sound. It's enough sound for anyone listening to this fucking podcast. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
Have a good week, mate.
Take it easy, legend.
See you next week.